I need to make an announcement today. One of the things that we have loved here at BattleCreek for a long time is hosting the big TC Toys show every Christmas. And over the span of 15 years, we did it for 15 years, over that span, we have seen thousands of people give their lives to Jesus Christ. And more importantly, as a pastor, thousands have had an on-ramp to be the hands and feet of Jesus Christ. But I want you to know something very important today, and it's important that you listen to me over the next few minutes. We have met as a leadership team, and we have decided, both strategically and crucially, to take a break from TC Toys this coming December. There's a lot of reasons for it, okay, and two primary ones. Number one is we don't know how to vet the needs of the people who come to TC Toys. We're not good at it. When buses are being chartered to drive people from Kansas City to Tulsa to receive toys, you realize there's some sort of a dilemma going on what it is we were trying to do in the first place, okay? And so in other words, we do a poor job of making sure that we're helping those who really need the help. But hear me, church, that's not on them. That's on us. But the second primary reason that we're going to take a break from it is that TC Toys has been incredible at helping people know God. But for 15 years, and it's not for lack of trying, and it's not for lack of strategy, and it's not for lack of praying, and it's not for lack of one effort after another, we have not found out how to use TC Toys to help people find freedom, discover their purpose, or make a global difference. We hadn't figured out how to do it. And so, truthfully, TC Toys helps us accomplish one of our four main objectives in our mission. And so we're going to take a break from TC Toys, watch, not to step back from the gospel, but to step up to the gospel. And instead of focusing so much on one weekend a year, we are going to be launching, really not launching, we're going to be broadening something that will be running for 52 weeks per year. We call it CarePortal. What is CarePortal? CarePortal is a proprietary software that is being tailored just for us. And it will help us to take a whole nother level of neighboring into our community. And what it does is it allows outside organizations, primarily today, DHS, who are good at vetting needs, to vet the needs for us. And then when a need is placed by a DHS worker into our CarePortal system, it will be paired up both geographically and strategically with one of our BattleCreek community groups at the campus closest to the need. Now, we've been beta testing this for a few years now. And we haven't talked about it, but 60 of our community groups for several years have been involved in what we call CarePortal, and it's been incredible. And they are meeting needs all over this city every single week, thousands of them actually, for the last 2 years. And now we're ready to bring it into all of our community groups. And I want you to hear me say today that my goal is 100% of our community groups would participate in CarePortal, okay? And I could tell you all kinds of stories. A few weeks ago, a young man, his wife left. She was the source of abuse in their home. He had 3 children, and he worked 2 jobs to take care of these 3 children. One of the children got sick, and so he spent 2 weeks off from work taking this kid to one hospital, to one doctor, to one imaging after another for 2 weeks. He was doing exactly what a loving dad would do, but he's an hourly worker, and he was not getting paid during these 2 weeks. And so the need came through DHS. They said, hey, if this guy can't pay his rent, we're going to have to remove the children from the home. If you will help us help him with his rent, the children can stay in a loving family with their father who loves them. And so our people were able to come in and help him with the rent and share Jesus with him. And I've been told he's going to be at the downtown campus today. And we're so grateful for the opportunity to minister life in somebody's heart. In fact, the DHS worker, caseworker who is a part of that will be at the downtown campus today as well, because he saw what was happening in this guy's life. And so it's just story after story after story. But what we have the opportunity to do is to hit people on a cross-section of their life where they happen to have a need. And by the way, we will all hit that cross-section in one day or another in our lives where we have a need in our lives. And as the gospel bearers, those who carry the good news of Jesus Christ, we can meet that need, but not just meet the need, share Jesus with them. Last week, a young lady who aged out of the DHS system, She aged out of the system as an 18-year-old mother of 2 small children. And she found an apartment, she found a job, she's doing her best to make this a go. But DHS put in the need in CarePortal and said, we're gonna have to remove the baby from this home if she doesn't have a car seat for the baby. She can't drive with the baby in a laundry basket in the back of the car. We have to get her a car seat. One of our family said, you know what? I have a car seat sitting on top of the refrigerator in my garage that I'm not using. I can take this car seat. They met this woman at Quick Trip. They gave her the car seat and they said, hey, let me tell you about the love of God. Do you have a church home? This is how this thing works. And it is going to be huge. And you will watch it happen, and we will go out into the highways and the hedges and the byways ministering to real needs. The community group, I got the text this week on Monday. 3 needs were put out to community groups. They were met within 10 hours. All 3 of them. And they were saying, can we release more needs into our community groups? And so my goal is for 100% of our community groups to be involved in this every single week of the year. And by the way, it's going to be difficult. I had 2 caseworkers catch me this morning after the 9 o'clock service. And one of them told me the reason that she is here is because of the way our groups ministered to the people she was caring for. She came here and met Jesus because of this whole thing. And another one came in, a man, and said, I'm a DHS care worker. Thank you so much. I just want you to know this makes a big difference. We are handcuffed in what we can say about Jesus. And by the way, DHS, this is tier 1. We're going to come in years to come with tier 2 and tier 3 and tier 4. The ass is going to get bigger, so get good at this one. They're not making us do background checks and jumping through all those hoops to do this because they're not viewing us as babysitters. They're viewing us as people who are friends. And if a friend wants to come along, in addition, we can say to somebody who's near the downtown campus, hey, we put a metro bus stop right in front of the downtown campus. And a lot of people who live in that area or can't get to church because of transportation. They can't get to the doctor because of transportation. Transportation is a big issue. And so at 9 o'clock and at 11 o'clock, we'll have a staff member at the downtown campus who will sit on that bus stop, and when people get off to come to church, we'll get on and pay for their bus ticket to come to church, because it shouldn't be an issue for people coming to hear the gospel of Jesus Christ. And so the community groups will spring into action and meet those needs and share Jesus. Make no mistake about it, we are not going just to meet needs. You will cheat people if you go just meet needs and don't give them eternity in heaven with the person of Jesus Christ. We're going to do both. And some of you say, I don't know how to do that. We're going to teach you. Okay, so we're going to have days. I can teach you to share your faith in 30 minutes. And if you'll practice it and do it, God will use it, and He will make you effective at it. And so we're going to have training days. We'll have training days to help you learn how to get in the ditch with somebody who happens to be in the ditch today, and not come acting like a Messiah or a Savior, like you're going to try to pull them out of the ditch. Just get in the ditch and love them and hug them and say hello, and I'm glad you're here, and I just want to be your friend. I just want to be another human being in your life who is going to come alongside you. And instead of showing up on a Sunday afternoon and then picking out a toy, we get to go make a real difference in real time on their turf, and that is a huge advantage. And let me tell you what I think is better than you coming on one day in December and watching 2 pastors share the gospel and lead hundreds of people to Jesus, is for hundreds of you to get to lead 1 person to Jesus this year. That's way better. Way better.